Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jay. We're matting list today with no Brit, but welcome back to MMA Underground. And we have a special guest for you, Shiloh Bordan, known as Preacher's Son and StreetBeefs. Thank you so much for being on, Shiloh.
Hey, thanks for having me here, Jay.
Oh, no problem. And you got some exciting stuff going on with you, so I was excited to talk to you again. I'll just start out, though, with – Well, sorry about that. I cut you off.
Oh, no, we just got things moving along pretty quick now, so it's good.
Yeah, I'm excited talking with you and Jordan and everything going on in your guys' gym. It's exciting times, but I want to start with your last fight in StreetBeefs with Epic Tan. That was an impressive fight for you.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
And nothing against him because he seems to be tough as nails. So I don't want this to come across as disrespectful or anything because that dude was 2-0 going into there and he was tough as nails in the fight, but you seem to have controlled that fight from the start.
Hey, thank you. And yeah, I can't take anything away from that guy. I mean, I talked to him afterwards too. He's a good dude. Good dude.
Yeah. He was in some bad positions to the point where he either had to keep eating face shots or give up his back at some point. And when you're as a fighter, that's got to be a bad position to be in and feel horrible. But I was just so impressed on, like, you didn't let him breathe. You were on him from the time that fight started.
That was, you know, my game plan actually didn't go through the way I wanted it to. So what I wanted to do, my game plan was to charge in, set the tone, set the pace, and then I wanted to back off and stand and bang for a bit. But like you're saying, he's a tough dude. So instead of backing off and kind of getting defensive, he just charged right in instead. So that's where it went.
Yeah, you're not the first fighter we've talked to that said, yep, that wasn't the game plan, but it seemed to work out.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I think it was Mike Tyson once said everybody has a game plan until they get hit in the mouth.
Isn't that the truth, though?
And I'm not going to lie, I felt bad for Epic Tan because he literally tapped as they were yelling 5 seconds.
Ooh, you know, I heard the 30-second count, and I knew I had to crank on even tighter, though. Everyone could hear that, and I kind of felt bad too. I thought he was going to make it through that into the second round because he held on in that position for quite a while. He toughed it out.
Yeah, and he's the only one that knows, man. If he started to see little black spots, that 5 seconds wouldn't have mattered. But it's almost simultaneously when they go 5, 4, he taps you. So that's one of those that he'll think about for a minute, I think.
Yeah. Well, don't we all though? Man,
right.
I've been tapped really quick before, so I completely get it. And once things start going fuzzy, it's a weird feeling. So, yeah.
So, and then with the big things coming up with your gym, I know Jordan Showtime Harrington going to take his first pro fight, and then you're fighting on that same card. Is that correct?
That's the plan. Yeah, if everything goes where we want it to, I should be fighting my first, or that could be my first actual sanctioned amateur fight.
Okay, so, and that's a pro-am card, correct?
Yeah, to split. So.
And then I have to ask, what weight are you going to fight at?
So we're still figuring that out. I'm actually in the middle of a cut right now. We're doing a test run. I'm trying to cut down to 185 for it.
Oh, that's a pretty brutal weight because they still kind of move like 55ers, but they hit like 205ers. Yeah, that's kind of a rough one.
Yeah, I agree. And I got to cut about a little over 20 pounds for it. So I'm not looking forward to that either.
Yeah, and you're in pretty good shape, too, so that ain't going to be easy to just knock off. Like, I could go knock off 25 pounds way easier than you could.
Yeah, you know, I actually just was at the TFW gym in Lacey. It's where Jay Gotham trains and a few other guys are up there. Shrugs is there. Crazy Legs trains there. Epic Tan trains there. Because Jay Gotham had his event up there yesterday. And I was getting checked out, got a body fat analysis check done up there. And mine came in at a 12.3, which I was happy with. Do you have any clue where Jay Gotham's at?
No, what is it?
5%.
They wouldn't even let you wrestle high school wrestling at 5%.
I was looking at that guy wondering, how do you get that shredded? It's because he's sitting at 5% body fat. That's why.
Yeah, I just watched him do all the stuff for the kids on Facebook yesterday. That dude is such a good dude. I just shout out to him for everything he's doing and giving his time with. It's just awesome, and raising the money.
Huge shout out to Jay Gotham. Yeah.
And I have to say, just because you brought up his name, I am a huge Crazy Legs fan. So
of course, who isn't?
I love that dude. It's just such an exciting guy to watch fight. I love that dude. So you brought him up. I had to shout that out. One of the more exciting guys.
Shout out to Epic Tan and Crazy Legs. Actually, they just had a kickboxing event yesterday. I have no clue what the results were. I didn't get to go watch, but they both fought yesterday.
Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that one, because that was part of the Virginia invasion.
No, that was actually a sanctioned kickboxing match up in Olympia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really
pretty cool. Yeah.
Because I watched a couple of the fights from the Virginia invasion last night, but I'm waiting to see how the Scrapyard did there. And of course, they brought out the most electric Scrapyard personality and Buddy V with them. So,
of course, yeah, Buddy V is awesome. I love that guy. Yeah,
he's the only guy I know that was excited about having a broken hand.
He seems so happy about it.
Yeah, he's just electric. We did a podcast with him, and we got done with the podcast, and Maddie and I were both like, "That is an electric dude that I could hang out with."
Yeah. Oh man. You should meet him in person. He's great, dude. Same vibe everywhere he's going. So,
yeah, I know. Fire Chicken, when we interviewed him, said that Buddy V's never met a camera he didn't like.
That's a good way to state it.
So, when is this upcoming fight card that you and Jordan are hoping to fight on together?
So we're hoping it's November. That's what we're really aiming for. It's kind of still depending on how all the regulations are going, but we're hoping November.
I like the COVID protocol regulations, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what everyone's waiting on still.
Would that be in Washington then, the fight?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, so you're still waiting on to see what the state of Washington has to say about gatherings and that kind of stuff?
Yep, that's exactly what we're waiting on still. So we're really hoping, though, November would be good. We'd be pretty... That'd give us plenty of time to train up, and should be good.
Okay, this is not getting political, everybody, but if they are letting the Seahawks have full stadiums, I do not see how they can tell you guys you can't have an MMA event.
I sure hope so, man. Gosh, it's killing me. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yeah, because every NFL stadium except Indianapolis announced it'll be full.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Every single one except for Indianapolis, huh?
Yes, Indy's still waiting on some of the protocol stuff and things like that. But other than that, everybody else announced that they're going to have full stadiums.
Oh, awesome. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. I really am.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I live in Green Bay. So I live in a town of 100,000 people. And there's an NFL team, which is very weird. But COVID really crushed our local businesses because that was 2 preseason games, not including playoffs, and then 8 regular season games that hotels didn't fill up. Like an extra 100,000 people come to my city, and they didn't have that this year. It really hurt the businesses in my city. So,
wow, it's that big of a jump when they come on down, huh?
Yeah, because the stadium fits almost 70,000 people, plus all the people who come into town to go to the bars and watch it and that kind of stuff. And then Lambeau Field has a big outdoor party stadium building that they show the games on, and you can buy alcohol and drink. All that just fills up. You can't even drive by the stadium on a Sunday.
I bet it's quite a party when they get it going, huh?
Yeah, the year they won the Super Bowl, that next year they had that Thursday night opening here, and it was years ago, so everybody's going to be like, they sound like old bands, but I think it was 2010. It was Kid Rock, Lady Antebellum. Like, they just had a stacked bunch of concerts for free down there because they had won the Super Bowl. So when it gets partying in Wisconsin, there's a term called, there's a term that people wear the shirts. It says, drink Wisconsinably.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, back to you guys. I just don't see how they can't fill the stadium or fill, even with you guys, even if they didn't fill it, I don't see how they can't have a partially filled one and you guys have the fight if they're letting the Seahawks.
Man, I really hope so. I've been waiting. My first sanctioned amateur fight was supposed to be last May. So it's been a long time in the waiting. So.
No, that's exciting stuff. And then who's putting on that event? What promotion?
That will be in Rain Fighting.
Okay. Yeah. Just in case anybody wants to go find them online or check them out or whatever. That way they know.
Yeah. And then I think it's. What's that?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I think it's REIGN. Yeah, Rain Fighting.
All right. Yeah, it's always good for young fighters to see different promotions and different things coming up. But do you still plan on going back to StreetBeefs, or are you just going to put your head down and try to make a pro career out of this?
It all depends. So right now I'm still hoping to fight in the Scrapyard in July, but it all depends if when the sanction fight comes up, because I don't want to get injured right before my an actual sanctioned amateur fight. So it all depends.
Yeah, and this isn't a shot at anybody else in StreetBeefs. I think everybody there is warriors, and me and Maddie have said this on different podcasts. You are one of our favorite fighters to watch, and the skill level that keeps going up in StreetBeefs. And like I said, this is no shot, but if you go back in the day, it was two angry people throwing down with each other.
Hey.
And now the skill level is entertaining. Yeah, the skill level's going up though, and guys like you are taking it to a whole nother level, which is impressive. And us fans, thank you.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. We put so many hours into this, man. So many hours.
Yeah, when Jordan called me from your gym the other night after I seen him live down there, I was like, I forgot about the time difference. So I was like, what the hell are you doing working out at 11? And he's like, no, it's 9. I was like, oh, yeah, it's 9. I was like,
and that was an early night. There are nights when we're leaving at 10:30. So, yeah, we put a lot of work in down there.
And then is it just you two, or is there other guys from your gym that are going to try to fight on that same card?
On that card, I'm not sure. So we have Michael. So big shout out to Michael. That's El Chapo on StreetBeefs. His fight will be coming out here. I think it's on the 28th. But his fight will be coming out, and we got a few other guys that are in there training, but I'm not sure if anyone else is going to be on the Rain fight card.
Okay, I just know when we talked to Jordan, he was talking about how he's hoping to get the gym back to like when he fought before, when 5 of you would show up at a fight and then all 5 would leave with a victory, and the feeling on the way home, and that like whole team chemistry. There's probably nothing better than that. It almost, if I remember correctly, you have a wrestling background.
Yeah.
So probably like going to a wrestling meet with your team. Yes, you compete individually, but as a team, you're there. And I know wrestling has team points, but it's kind of got to be the same thing. Take you back to your wrestling roots. If you could get 5, 8 guys to go fight on the same card.
Oh, for sure, man. Well, just at that StreetBeefs Scrapyard, we went in with 4 guys, and all 4 of us came out with a win. So it was a pretty fun ride home.
Yeah, I know. After talking to a bunch of guys who were over at there, because after the fights are over, I'm the guy who has to hit up people on Messenger or text, like, who won this fight? I will never put it out there early. I will never blow the finish for the YouTube views on StreetBeefs, right? And I'm still going to watch it, but I got to know. So I'm hitting people up like Fire Chicken, like, hey, man, who won that fight? I got to know, you know? So,
yeah, definitely. Hey, I get it. Trust me. I did that. So I missed one of the events, and I was doing the same thing, trying to find out who won what. So
I feel so blessed because I kind of get this inside information now that we do the podcast. And I'm guessing they trust me to not put the information out there, or they wouldn't give it to me. Because like I said, I'm not trying to step on anybody, but not everybody can just throw a text out there and find out who won right away. So like when Buddy V fought Doughboy, I don't even know if the fight was over by the time I text Fire Chicken. Like, I got to know if Buddy V won.
Well, of course, everyone was excited. Yeah, that was an awesome fight, though. Everyone was waiting for that one.
Yeah, and then right away I hit people up too. Who won, Showtime or Jay Gotham? You know what I mean? Like, I just and then I hit Jordan up and said, "Who won your fight?" And he said, "I didn't get a response back." And then all of a sudden, I got the video sent to me, and I was like, at work. I literally walked outside and started watching the video while I'm cleaning an aquarium, and then went back in because I had to watch your fight right away.
Well, hey, thanks for following, man. Seriously, it means a ton to us.
Well, yeah, and I'm excited to see where you guys go. And not even just fighting. I'm excited to see where Jay Gotham goes with what he's doing.
Yeah,
you know what
too.
I mean? I get almost invested in your guys' lives at some point because I get to talk to you. And as much as I love the UFC, and we have talked to a couple of UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, the relationship we are building with you guys just is so awesome. And it's such an inclusive thing, Street Beefs. And you guys get this little pop from the internet, right? Like guys like your videos are going up. Shinigami's are off the charts. Big Smiles, Jay Gothams. Like the views you guys get and the exposure is so helpful moving forward. And then you guys are getting better, and you guys are just helping Street Beefs. It's amazing.
Oh, dude, the interaction, the community, everybody working together, it's awesome. So to be honest, and no shots at Fire Chicken up there, when I first went, I kind of warned my wife, this might be a little ghetto. I don't really know what we're walking into here. But man, when I got there, it is so awesome. Everyone's welcoming, you know, they're talking to my wife, they're talking to me. Everyone is just open arms the entire time. It's an awesome community. It really is.
Yeah, and the cool thing about you guys going on podcasts, ours and different ones, shout out to the craft beer guys for having people on there and different podcasts. It's OTH, shout out to them for what they're doing. Overtime Hustler Magazine's doing great things. But not only does it give you guys exposure, it gives us a chance to get to know you guys a little, so we feel more invested. Like people I've interviewed and talked to, every time Gash fights, I feel invested. Every time Buddy V or you or Jay Gotham or, you know, whoever, it's really awesome because we get this investment in you personally. Yeah.
Hey, I love it because when we're, I don't know, I see that side of it, but I also see another side of it as well. When we're out there fighting, we're thinking, all right, we got guys following this. We got guys watching this. I don't want to just give up lose and let everyone down. There's a lot invested on both sides, and I love that connection that people get.
Yeah, I love that. Just something extra to give you fire, but as long as somebody doesn't own it like too much pressure, it can be that extra fire you need even.
Yeah, it definitely
give you an extra
is, man.
20 minutes running or whatever you do, you know, just to push yourself. But it's crazy what you guys go through to do what you do, the work and the time and the effort you guys put in on top of having full-time jobs. I don't think a lot of people realize because they think UFC, one, Bellator, these things. And we've interviewed a handful of Bellator fighters who still have regular jobs.
I know. I think most pro fighters, until they're at the top, top 30, a lot of them are still working. I mean, a lot of guys are getting huge or big Bellator fights, and they're still working full-time jobs. A whole lot of them, actually. Yeah.
So throw in a quick plug here. June 9th, guys, watch for Bellator's Jessie Mealy video, but she's the 9th ranked woman in the world and still working a full-time job.
Really? Oh,
yeah, ninth ranked 145 pounder in the world, and she's still working a full-time job. She said it's only beneficial because she gets to work from home.
Well, geez, though, and she's an absolute incredible fighter. So I mean, people don't understand the time invested into this.
So, and this is, I'm sure you would take either, and this is one of those fantasy perfect world scenarios. But let's say you go in there and you got your choice of UFC or Bellator. Do you have a preference?
Oh, man. I'm only saying UFC because of it still has a larger platform, but that is the only reason. I have a ton of respect for the fighters on Bellator too. I mean, with Michael Chandler coming up out of Bellator and wiping out guys in the UFC, it's not so much who has the better fighters. It's just the UFC still has that bigger platform going.
Right. And the reason I ask this now is because we've had a couple fighters say they're going for Bellator because they pay more. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I was just wondering where that goes. But Michael Chandler or other guys come. That dude can fight. And I know everybody's like, oh, he's not going to come into the UFC. And yes, he lost that fight. But, man, that dude is a monster. And the level of the UFC is still probably a little higher, but One and Bellator are right on their tail. And I think it just makes it better for you guys because now you have more options of, like, bigger promotions where you can make money. You can, like with Bellator, you can pick up a lot more sponsors than you can with the UFC because of I think they have a Reebok or Venom deal now. Venom deal.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, they do, I believe. Yeah, but it all depends on what you're going for, really. So,
and I think at this point, young fighters are just like, I'll take either. Just give me the exposure because I don't want to say it's not about the money because we're adults and at some point everything comes back to the money. But I'm sure just getting out there is more important to you guys than the pay for your first couple fights or however it breaks down.
Yeah. See, I mean, of course, I would love to fight full time. I mean, I would love to do that and I'd love to get paid to do it. Of course, cover my bills. But I do want to teach someday in the future, you know, down the road when I get a lot more experience under my belt. I'd love to, you know, open up a gym or work with, you know, my coach, work with somebody and move forward to help on the next guys down the road.
No, that's pretty awesome. We just interviewed a pro fighter / coach who owns a gym about a half hour from me. And awesome. That's what he was saying is that he, as much as he likes fighting, he enjoys working with people and, you know, teaching them martial arts. And like he said, it's more of you're teaching them life too, because not everybody who comes down there is training to be a fighter. You're sometimes just being a life coach to these people and they don't even realize it. He just loves that.
Yeah, people don't understand how much more is into it than just punching people in the face. I mean, there really is a lot to it. And it's helped me a lot in my personal life doing the fight. And I mean, it's helped me grow mentally exponentially. So people don't understand how much is in this. Really is a ton.
Well, I know you're doing the right thing because guys in the scrapyard, I have actually asked them off camera, is Shiloh as nice of a guy as he seems? And every one of them says even better.
Hey, thank you. I thank everyone for saying that because I don't always know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, people really like you. They like to be around you. I know Jordan go to the mat for you. You know what I mean? So it's exciting time for you guys. I'm really excited. And then I know that you're not trying to think too far in the head, but like, what's Shiloh's future? Like, what do you look at and go, this is what I'm working towards? Is it champion of the world, just paying to get fighting, or just doing what you love, or all of the above?
I mean, of course, all of the above, but I want to take this as far as God's willing to let me go. I mean, I want to try to give it all I got. I really do. I mean, I'll admit it. It puts a little stress on the family sometimes because we're investing. I work a full-time 40 hours a week or more. And then I'm investing probably, let me think, actually. I'm investing probably a minimum of 10 hours a week, usually more, into training and exercising. And I have to have special diets. And there is, oh man, if God's willing to let me go, I'm going to take it as far as I can, but we're going to find out how far I can push this.
So I think your fight told me the answer to this question, but how's the knee?
Knee's doing good. Knee's doing real good.
I went back and watched your fight with Jay Gotham, and you can hear a pop.
It wasn't fun. Let me tell you, man, it freaked me out. That's the first time I've ever dislocated my knee. I believe that's what it was. I knew what it was, but it was a weird sensation because it didn't hurt in the moment because of how much adrenaline was pumping. But it freaked me out. Let's just say that.
So, in the last fights at StreetBeefs, did you fight before or after Jordan?
I fought after him.
So, is it better to watch a buddy fight after you're already done or before?
I kind of like getting things out of the way, to be honest, so I can relax for the rest of the day.
Okay.
But it was kind of a hype though, because gosh, our team, we had a pretty big crew there that time, because we had Colton Church, he's the ghost on last fight. He'll be coming up. We had El Chapo, Michael Oropeza, and then we had Showtime, Jordan Harrington, of course. And then we had myself, my coach, my wife, Jordan's wife, Michael's fiance, and my brother from the military and his girlfriend were able to come. So we had a big group with us, and man, we were screaming our lungs out, rooting everyone on. So there was an awesome vibe at that last fight.
Yeah, I bet you that was just energy everywhere. It was probably electric energy. It was fun to watch. Not only your fight, but like Jordan and Jay Gothams. But we even messed with Jordan a little bit. You could tell both those dudes wanted to shoot and kick during that boxing match. So it was, it was like, got to be weird for them to go to boxing.
You could see them almost retract some moves going mentally. They'd have a pause for a second and then get back into the groove. Yeah,
I messed with Jordan a little bit because there's one time you see his foot come up, like he wants to throw a leg kick, and then I asked him about it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I wanted to kick him right in his leg," and then I remembered we were boxing.
Yeah, I almost wish it had been a kickboxing match. Let some of those legs fly.
I don't know. I think Jay Gothams doing great things, and no matter what he does, I think he'll succeed. But I do think someday, and this is just me, no inside information or anything, even though I talked to him. I do think we're going to hear Jay Gotham back again.
I'm hoping so. I really am. Yeah, I think he. Sorry, what?
Oh, I was just going to say, I think it'd be great for everybody if we could see him back again.
Oh yeah, I was talking to him, and I think he's actually going to be making his way back down to our gym. But I think he's going to be bringing a few guys. I think, I believe Shrugs is going to make his way down to our gym. Hopefully, Crazy Legs. And I really hope Epic Tan makes his way down too. But I think a few guys are going to come down, and we're going to start doing some cross training.
Well, shout out. Which gym do you guys work out at?
Shout out to Bad Company MMA, running by Jacob Allison. Man, that dude is awesome.
I'm just excited to see where you guys go. It seems like, and I mean this in the nicest way for podcasters, you'll get it. Like you guys got straight killers in the gym.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I won't keep you all day, but I did want to thank you again for coming on. You're welcome on anytime. And I know that we plan in the future coming up having you and Jordan both on at the same time from the gym. So that would be pretty cool. And
yes, sir.
Maybe you guys could show us around the gym a little when we do that too.
Hey, that actually sounds like a good idea. We were trying to figure out where we were going to do it at. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just know he threw out maybe doing it at the gym, and then my wheels started turning, the content creator in me was like, hey, maybe we can get them at the gym, show us around a little bit, show us the team, that kind of thing. Cause like the guy I was telling you, the coach and the gym owner, professional fighter, he's a half hour away from me, and we're going to work it out where he's going to beat me up on camera a little bit.
Hey, that'd be awesome. All right. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited to get folded up like a pretzel. Like I said, I did a little wrestling, so I'm sure I'm going to get tossed around and tapped real quick, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah, hey, you got to be in this game. I mean, you can't be scared to get punched in the face or, like you said, folded up in a pretzel.
Right. It was either that or try to do some charity and let Shinigami kick me in the head. And then we really talked about that, like raise money for charity. And if we raise, say, 20 grand, I'll take a shot from Shinigami, but I rewatched that detail fight and I'm not really sure I want to do that.
Anybody shin to the face doesn't feel good. I've eaten too many of them. I know.
Yeah. And I hate to beat up on detail because that poor guy gets it. But even when I watched that fight, when Shinigami threw that low leg kick and he blocked it with his hands, I just thought to myself, he's in trouble. And 10 seconds later, yeah, he was laying on the ground, and I was just like, I'm not even an MMA fighter. And when you didn't check it with your leg, I was like, oh, yeah, he's in trouble when he's dropping that hand.
Shinigami is impressive, though. I mean, like you said, can't take anything away from his opponents because Shinigami is an impressive guy.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have another interview with Big Smile coming up, and I'm excited to see that rematch. But I really hope it happens because I know Big Smile just signed a contract, too.
I was hearing something. I didn't hear all the details, but I was hearing something was in the making.
Yeah, I actually just seen his Facebook post where he actually signed it. I don't know any of the details till I talked to him on the interview, but yeah, it's a good time. It's an exciting time for Street Beefs. You guys are blowing each other up because the fights are getting better and better, and it's just helping all of you get exposure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just checked on Jake Autumn's and my fight, and it got over 500,000 views on YouTube. So it got up there pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, yeah, again, Shiloh, thank you so much for giving us your time. I am so excited to see where you go from here. I will definitely keep in touch, and we're going to have you and Jordan on very soon, so that'll be awesome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jay.
Yeah, no worries. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Again, we're Britless, but he'll be back. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all those good things. All right, guys, one world, one love. Deuces.
God bless, guys.